I'm Joan Epler. Please join with Dr. Gary Epler, America's health doctor. Dr. Epler discovered a new healthy way of life. Today, we're going to apply this to thinking like a human, never like a crocodile.
I'm Dr. Gary Epler. The new way of life is to know where you're thinking from. Think from the heart with kindness, and think from the mind with creativity to solve problems and help others. Think like a human, never like a crocodile.
What do you mean, think like a crocodile?
Crocodiles are angry and stressed. They only think about themselves. Don't think this way. It'll make your life miserable and you'll be unhappy. You'll never achieve the satisfaction of a fulfilled life. You'll never live a healthy life.
That doesn't sound so great. Why would anyone think like a crocodile?
The human brain starts out as a pod of cells and evolves into the primitive crocodile brain. This is useful as an infant for getting food and a diaper change. The brain continues to develop into the teenage years, where it's useful for learning independence. But the brain lacks the advanced prefrontal lobe for making the right life choices. By 25, that prefrontal lobe is fully developed and propels people into responsible, productive adults who make positive contributions to society.
Sounds like the crocodile brain should be left behind. Is the crocodile brain active in everyone?
Everyone has the crocodile brain, and it's active. Furthermore, it doesn't require sleep, thrives on junk food, and doesn't like exercise. This is because it functions by instinct. This brain region will save your life in a dangerous situation. You're unaware of this because the actions are instant and so fast, they don't register in your conscious thinking. This sets you for the safest position in a severe car accident. This moves you an inch away from a falling tree or an inch away from an unmarked hole in the street or sidewalk. The crocodile brain is good when it comes to this. But this region has two bad thinking actions.
What do you mean by bad thinking?
Crocodiles are angry. This thinking comes from the amygdala anger region. Crocodiles only think about themselves. This comes from the cingulate stress center region. Angry or stressed, you're thinking from the crocodile brain.
What do you mean?
Prolonged anger and stress are very unhealthy. They cause the adrenaline cortisol response, which increases blood pressure, shuts down the digestive system and immune system, and causes inflammation, which results in heart disease, strokes, and cancer. Life is filled with triggers for anger and stress. You can't change that, and you don't need to. But you do need to learn how to limit thinking from these two centers.
How do you do that?
You have 6 to 8 seconds before this thinking is harmful. Because, like a crocodile, anger is a natural response to something that's taken away from you. One way to limit your time in the anger center is to feel the anger. Let it peak in 6 to 8 seconds and move on. Feel the anger. Don't think. Don't have a second thought about the cause. Don't build a story. Feel the anger. Let it pass. Do the same thing for stress. You're in a stressful situation. Feel the stress. Let it peak and move on to thinking from somewhere else.
Why does the anger and stress stop after 6 to 8 seconds?
The anger response is triggered by a potential threat. If there is no life-threatening danger to that crocodile brain, then the parasympathetic calming system kicks in and neutralizes the response, restoring calm almost instantly.
Calm sounds good. Crocodiles only think about themselves. What does this thinking have to do with humans?
It's stress in humans. We now have an explanation for the cause of stress. It's simple. Whenever you think about yourself, you're stressed. Whenever you're stressed, you're thinking about yourself. For example, when you think about your problems or trying to be someone else, you're stressed. If you complain, criticize, or blame, then you're stressed because you're thinking about yourself. If you're trying to please others or letting someone else tell you who you are, or you're trying to be your job title, then you're stressed.
What happens if you think about the cause of the anger or the stress?
You get more anger and more stress. The more you think about it, the more anger and the more stress you're going to get. You need to train yourself not to think about the person or the event that caused the anger, because this will continue to trigger the unhealthy adrenaline response. That's because the crocodile brain continues to see a threat. What's worse, this means that calming response to neutralize the anger won't happen. Feel that anger for 6 to 8 seconds and let it peak. Don't think about the situation. Then that calming response will neutralize the anger almost immediately.
That makes sense. What do you do after the anger or the stress peaks?
Oh, it's simple. Think from another location. There are 4 more places to think from. You can only think from one location at a time. If you're thinking from that crocodile brain with anger or stress, then you can't think from anywhere else. You can't think from the heart with kindness or forgiveness. You can't think from the mind with creativity to solve problems or help others.
Think like a human, never like a crocodile. Do you have any closing comments?
Imagine a world where global leaders don't destroy millions of people's lives and their homes, where there are no angry demonstrations or rallies against anyone or any group. This can happen now. Never think like a crocodile. Crocodiles are angry. Crocodiles are stressed because they only think about themselves. Never think like a crocodile. Be your true self, not anyone else. Think like a human from the heart with kindness and giving. Think from the mind with courage to solve problems and help others, and innovation to improve people's lives. Be exceptional by being your true self. Thrive on your uniqueness.
This is Joan Epler and Dr. Gary Epler closing this Good Thoughts podcast. Best wishes for good health and a great day.